What is going on, Pats Nation? You guys already know who it is. Patriots Global here, back with another video. Finally finishing up on these prospects for the Patriots 2023 draft. In this one, we're reaching the 6th to 7th round. Late 6th, early 7th round. The New England Patriots here in the 6th round, pick 214 overall, are selecting cornerback Ameer Speed out of Michigan State. Another Michigan State player, as just 2 picks before, they went punter Bryce Behringer, also out of Michigan State. Probably the most players we've seen the Patriots draft out of Michigan State in one draft. But without further ado, let's roll that Patriots Global intro. And of course, cue in today's draft prospect video. If you guys do want to check out all the other players the Patriots drafted, I have a complete breakdown on each and every single individual one of those players. Guys, before we hop into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of this channel, FanDuel Sportsbook. Guys, if you don't know FanDuel is your one-stop shop for everything involving your sports betting. Now, the Bruins, they might have disappointed us, guys, but the Celtics are still here. They are still here to give us Boston fans hope, because right now you can make a fast break to FanDuel during the NBA playoffs, because right now new customers are getting a no sweat first bet up to $1,000. Yes, guys, that is right. That is $1,000 right back in your pockets in bonus bets if your first bet ultimately does not win. Now, there is no better place to bet on all the playoff action than America's #1 sportsbook in FanDuel. All you guys have to do is visit FanDuel.com/Boston to get a no sweat first bet, again, up to $1,000. That is FanDuel.com, one more time, /Boston. FanDuel, official sporting partner of the NBA. Guys, real quick, also got to know, you do have to be 21 in your state. Make sure your state does allow you to bet also, but you must be 21 years of age or older to bet. That is just the law. Now, guys, if you're looking to make some quick money, FanDuel is your one-stop shop to go ahead and make that money. To me, also, being safe is one of my biggest things when it comes to betting on sports. There's a lot of hackers out there and whatnot. You want to make sure that the money you're putting in and the money you're going to be making back is going to be coming right back into your pockets. And FanDuel is the safest platform for sports betting. And of course, like I said, they're America's #1 sports book. So you guys know that they're safe. You guys can go to you guys can go to FanDuel.com again /Boston. If you guys are interested in getting this deal, you can also use their app if that suits your fancy. These guys also have promos every single day, guys. So it's super easy day after day to make some easy money for you. Check back every single day. That's something I do. I like to see what new deals that they have going on in order to make some easy money or put some bets on where I don't have to worry about losing money. So guys, again, go ahead and check out FanDuel. Now, Ameer Speed, okay? This isn't a pick I necessarily love. I think there were better options overall for the Patriots to go here, but I don't hate it. And I think the only way you can hate a pick is if it was a uncertain UDFA player at that point, or if there were just much better players on the board at that time. I know Zach Kuntz was still on the board at that time, tight end, an option the Patriots could have gone, but he dropped so significantly. I think there genuinely is some concerns there for Zach Kuntz, and that's essentially the reason that the Patriots didn't go there. Their injuries or injury concerns with Zach Kuntz, a very serious injury concern, I think, with like his leg or his knee or something like that. And I think that's why he fell so far. The Patriots probably saw that and said, you know what, we'll back off. Also, when have the Patriots really been able to develop a tight end at this point? You know, Gronk, Hernandez, great. But other than that, what have they really been able to do? That might be just a position they look at and say, you know what, I rather just sign a guy in free agency. So at the end of the day, Ameer Speed is giving the Patriots some more cornerback help, although I don't think that this, at the end of the day, is much of a cornerback pick for the Patriots. Now, PFF thinks that this is a below average pick by the Patriots. I would say this is about an average pick for the Patriots. I tend to go a little bit above what PFF has to say in terms of Patriot selections, but they did say that Speed played 6 years in college. So the Patriots are getting a guy with a lot of experience. That's something that they do value highly more than other teams in the NFL. But they also said that this past season at Michigan State, he was the only this was the only year where he was on the field more than 200 snaps. So a guy that does deal with some injury concerns, injury history. But again, at the end of the day, you're getting him in the 6th round, so it doesn't really matter. You're taking a flyer on a guy with potential. He saw 737 snaps for the Spartans, but produced only a 57.2 overall PFF grade. If you're looking at this saying, well, Patriots Global, they have enough corners. They took Christian Gonzalez in the 1st. What is the point in Ameer Speed? It's because the Patriots, like always, are going in the 6th to 7th round for, let's say it together, special teams. Guys, Patriots special teams was terrible last year. We thought that they were done in free agency, obviously getting Chris Board, bringing back Mac Wilson, but they are not done. And I hate to say like, hey, this is another special teams guy, because there's multiple different positions to play on special teams. But the Patriots obviously have a lot of guys there. I feel like maybe an offensive tackle would have been a great spot to go here. Maybe a developmental tight end would have been a great spot to go here, whether that's Zach Kuntz or somebody else. So I feel like there's better options to still go, but the Patriots are getting a guy that in terms of maybe some secondary depth and obviously a potential starter for them on special teams is exactly what they're going to get. If I can pull up his 40 time here. So it's 40 time. He ran a 4.34. This guy's going to bring you speed. Ameer Speed is living by that last name. He's going to give you speed. I think he has really good height also at 6'3", a good size at 210 pounds, large hands with 32-inch hands, good 40 time also. Everything also kind of drops there for me. In terms of what else he brings, I think he's a really good tackler. He's decent in the run game, not great, but he's all right. In terms of coverage, not great either. He's more of a better run stopper and a tackler than he is actually in coverage. I would also say that he's a little bit more of a zone corner than he is a man-to-man press corner. I put all those factors together in terms of coverage and him playing better in zone than man press. And I say this just does not fit what the Patriots secondary is or what they look for in a secondary player, which again, at the end of the day, just screams a depth corner piece to me, but mainly a core special teamer. He brings the tackling ability. He brings the speed. He brings the size. There is no reason that this guy cannot be a potential gunner here for the Patriots. Make some good tackles here on the punting unit or the kickoff unit. And I think ultimately that is what he's going to bring, but you know that he's still going to get potential there as a depth piece for the Patriots at cornerback with the size, with the speed. If they can develop him somehow into like a cornerback 3, the Patriots are getting an absolute steal here. After the end of the season, he actually transferred to Michigan State, whereas a 5th-year senior for the Spartans in 2022, he played in 12 games and took part in 737 snaps for the Spartans. He also logged a decent 51 tackles with 11 assists and made 7 total stops. In coverage, though, this is where it gets wonky yet again. Tackling great, coverage, And like I said, in coverage, he had a total of 6 pass breakups, no interceptions, and surrendered a passer rating when targeted of 110.2. Absolutely absurd. At the end of the day, he has a lot of good hustle. That's going to put him in the action, whether it's on defense or special teams. Has that vertical leap, has the height and the speed to be able to make a difference. That speed can also flip in terms of being able to make some type of impact in the running game. He just gets lost in the running game at times, just needs to kind of track the ball carrier a little bit better. Some concerns here, though, that I have written down when I did my research is that NFL teams are going to test him deeply, especially early on, which is why I said you don't want him as your starting cornerback. This is going to be a developmental guy. Start on special teams. Maybe later on, if he can turn into something as a corner, great, but this is not someone you want because teams will test him and they will have competition for him early on down the field. He's also been prone to flags because he does get grabby. He also isn't great in terms of route recognition and facing more top end route runners. So if this guy is going up against Demario Douglas, or he's going up against some of these better technicians that the Patriots have, maybe like Kendrick Bourne, he's going to get burned. And that's something that we should see. He also has poor recognition skills when it comes to um, facing higher end quarterbacks in zone competition. And he played at Michigan State. So imagine when he comes to the NFL, it's going to be a totally different monster for him. At the end of the day, I just don't see this being the type of move that really at all showcases itself for the Patriots defensively. But on special teams wise, I think this guy could be a difference maker. And I think we're seeing the new face of the Patriots special teams. So what are your guys' thoughts on this move in the 6th round? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big like on this video and subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. I always appreciate you guys for watching, and never forget,